This is one of the coolest orc kits for 40k. I mean, it's a Formula 1 with saw blades, rocket launcher, custom shock rifle, and a shock jump generator to be so quick that you teleport. But there's a major issue with this kit. You can't paint it well without a lot of sub-assemblies. So, here's my plan. First, study the instructions to find the best way possible for the sub-assemblies regarding the paint needed on which areas, etc. 2. Paint every part of the model without ruining it. Yeah, because if you highlight a part the wrong way, you're only gonna see it at the end of the project, and it would be terrible. 3. Paint this mini with fun, because it's what orc is. And finally, the most important thing, paint it red so that it will be faster. So let's go build this model. So I have a lot of different pieces. It's crazy the amount of pieces blocking each other on this mini. Here's the main body of the car. It's mostly red with some metals and a few details. I left the side pipes on the side to get better access of the side facing the car. And also because it's all metallic parts and here it's red, so it will be easier to paint them separately. Thankfully, this little part, which should be red, has a different pattern here to glue it here, depending on if it's the right pipe or the left pipe. Very smart, GW. I also tested if the engine can be painted separately with the rear wing glued, and it worked perfectly. Thank God, because otherwise it would have been a pain in the ass. Obviously the orc and the two Gretchins will be painted separately, which give me access to those little details here. Okay, it's time to undercoat everything. For small parts like this, it's always easier to undercoat them with an airbrush. So let's airbrush. All the airbrush is done. Now it's time to base coat other colors with the brush. The Evil Sun's color scheme is about red and orange. But I don't know which orange will be good alongside the red I put on the mini. So I'm going to make the black and silver base coat on the mini to maybe have a better look after. Or at least I will have time to think about it. All the base coats of black and silver are done. I have a lot of orange paints to choose from. My favorites are the AK and the Army Painters. But I think that the Army Painter is closer to the official orange and will match better with my red, which makes sense, it's the same brand. So I'm gonna try these 3 pots. I'm happy with the orange I chose, but now I realize that I need to do a lot of research for the orc skin. Actually, it's the first miniature of my orc army on which I want to make the maximum progress I could before the launch of the 11th edition of 40k, obviously. So right now is the moment I need to find the perfect orc skin green that I will paint hundreds of times. So I'm gonna check some inspirations in my orc codexes and obviously on YouTube. Okay, so there are 2 main orc flesh colors. The deep green one, which is mostly on the old miniatures, and the new one. I like them both, but maybe I have a preference for the new one. I think that over time I will paint the 2 different color schemes to have variety in my green tide. But for now, I will try the new one. Thanks to Heavy Archive, I have a good idea on which paint I need. It's basically a green close to Elysian green, on which we apply a wash of orc flesh contrast paint, and then highlight the skin with a mix of Elysian green and a pale yellow. So here are my options. I think that I'm going to try a more vibrant red, one of these 2, probably the Vallejo one, and then wash it with one of these 2 colors. We can't have an idea of the real color inside the pot without putting them on the wet palette. Thankfully I have 2 grots and 1 orcs to try my recipe. I'm going to try on this one. Let's paint. I'm pretty happy with the green skin I made. Just after I base coating the copper parts, which was really challenging to not overflow on the engine parts. But it's okay. Now I'm gonna base coat other little details like just here or here, and then shade everything with some washes. Let's go! A whole month has passed. The last time I touched the brush, I finished the washes and highlighted the metals. My family has come for a week and I have some trouble in my life right now. We moved really far away from where we used to live last October. It's an amazing experience, but we went on very bad luck with the first rent we got. The heating system didn't work and my painting area was at 12 degrees, which is not ideal to paint. 2 months later it was fixed, but constantly at 27 degrees, which is also not ideal to paint. So we moved again in a better house. Now we are in an official dispute with the landlord, which is really time consuming, but also brain consuming. Making YouTube video is a creative job, and when my brain is corrupted by those things, I struggle a lot to create good content or even content at all. So sorry for the delay and maybe other delay until this case is finally over. So on the Mini there are only some detail missing, and after that I'm going to do some weathering. I mean, it's an Orc vehicle, obviously it's not in a perfect shape. So less bad news and more paint. I think that it's better to glue the model together before doing the weathering. This way I will have a general look of the model, and I won't make weathering on areas where it should not be. For example, if I paint scratches here behind the tubes, it will seem weird. So I'm going to glue everything and then make the weathering. Like every time I glue painted parts, I'm going to use super glue. I was thinking a lot for the base. I wanted something like a road, but I didn't have any good ideas to make it in a way that the base would have been blended in the army. The base color scheme for the orc army is, as usual, the brown earth sand texture. I could have put in some cork on the base, but the model is too large for the base. I didn't manage to find space like I did on Fulgrim to get my brown, so this way is blended in the army. So I go the easy way and just make it standard. I'm going to put some texture on the base so that when it's drying I can finish the miniatures with some airbrush stuff. Just highlighting the wheels and some other black parts and make a good blue effect on those little things here. Let's go! And just like that, my Oki Formula 1 is done. I'm really happy with this miniature, I love its shape. It's my second painted orc miniatures. Let's go for the new edition of 40k. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay with me, the Omnisaya thinks you'll like this video. Let's go watch it.